Yo, what's going on, guys? It's episode 23 of the Fast Times podcast. Damn, did you know I started this podcast 7 months ago? 7 fucking months ago in July. Holy shit, and we're coming up on that. 7 months. So, what is that? 7 times 4. You know, if I can put out almost fucking 7 more episodes, that's like a podcast once a week. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. This is actually the longest series ever on YouTube or anywhere that I've had. I think all my other series end up somewhere in the teens. Something along those lines. Nothing really impressive. Kind of fucking sad, for being real. But yeah, I just finished class. Took a test. Hope the girl I cheated off of fucking was good. I hate when they do the color fucking test. So like each answers are different. Like the bitch to my right had it wasn't completely different, but definitely the questions were switched. I was able to stare long enough at the one to my left that I could see if they were the same thing. So it seemed like they were the first couple times that I looked. So I don't even know. Dude, one of my friends is going to Mardi Gras. That's sick. I thought Mardi Gras started Friday. One of my friends is going to Mardi Gras. That's actually fucking sick. I wanted to go to Mardi Gras. I tried convincing my girlfriend, but no. So Mardi Gras from the 14th. I gotta send this in. Sorry for being quiet. I was just texting my friends and Mardi Gras. We're done though. Sorry for those first couple minutes of me just being kind of quiet, just sitting here doing nothing. All right. I want to talk about the XFL. Kind of interesting. Everyone's talking about the quarterback problem. I guess I got to give my little take on that too. But the league was up 9.5% on attendance, mainly because of the Seattle Dragons. They had 30,000 fans show up in Seattle. So it's a 9.5% increase at a total of 76, where they started at 69,000. But if you look at the stats, the two teams that had, I don't know why I just brain farted. The two teams that had back-to-back home games, Houston and DC, I had a couple friends who go to the University of Maryland, and they went to the first game. Didn't look like they went to the second game, so that was just a little sign for me. And when I watched, you tell it was only about 1,500 to 2,000 people less, which was I think it was 12% less, and then 4% less at 700 less people at the Houston game. So that was 4% less, which was expected. It was expected as long as they're keep bringing the streams in these other teams when they have their first home game, because the St. Louis Battlehawks are expected to bring a bigger crowd this Saturday than the whole Seattle Sounders. A lot of people are stoked to see the St. Louis Battlehawks from what I've gathered, and it's pretty cool. So this will come. The new hometown favorite will be they're at the Dome at America's Center against the New York Guardians. They're supposed to draw at least 28,000. That will mark a sellout for the Dome if the club forgoes opening the upper bowl. So if they don't open the upper bowl, that's a fucking sellout for that. That's insane. Holy crap. So listen to this. This is stunning. Yesterday, the Battlehawks and St. Louis Blues played at the same time. The football game had a TV rating in St. Louis of 6.0. The hockey game had 3.1, both on cable television. So the league-wide attendance statistics, while promising for the young league, could be easily misinterpreted. The overall league grew up to 76,284. Like I said, 9.5%. But where this gets icky sticky is where I said the other teams that went down, which was expected. That was expected. So I the ratings is one thing I'm always searching, but it's kind of cool. I like seeing to see what do you call it? The ratings. That's a really big thing. So Bud Light's supposedly gonna hop on the football advertising, shake things up, because I don't know. I actually do know. So, how do I put this? How are we going to go from here? So, a couple of things I'm seeing. XFL provides another shot at Pro Bowl for these Delaware players. Or pro football. I said Pro Bowl. So, New York high school graduate. New York's actually really close to me. Malcolm Bunch, he's one of the guards for the DC Defenders. Drew Presley from Newcastle and Kenny Bigelow are both on the Defenders. There's like a lot of guys from Maryland playing for. I feel like they got guys from their local area, probably because it was cheaper than flying them out. From what I'm reading, they're going to make ads for the Bud Light seltzers, and it's going to be targeted to Texas. I have no idea. It's like something affixed to the helmets of the. Oh, so if you look at the Texas teams, they have Bud Light seltzer stickers on the back of their helmets. I did not know that. So that is kind of cool. I do really like the Dallas Renegades jerseys. And so are the Roughnecks. The Roughnecks have cool jerseys. That's just my opinion. So attendance is dope. The attendance is great. Like the LA games, 14,000. How much was San Diego putting? Not San Diego. The Chargers attendance, because the LA Charger attendance, 29. Let's see. I want per game. I'd like to see the per game average, because this was a whole thing. So they have a 30,000 seat stadium. How many people were the games being sold? Like if you look in, all right, so it looks like the NFL games pretty much do sell, but it's just that it's away games. That's so messed up, bro. Like, I mean, LA is. There are people who are born in LA, but I feel like most people who go to LA are from other parts of the country, so they end up cheering for their teams out there. That makes so much sense. So the top two teams are the Houston Roughnecks because of PJ Walker, who is insane. Everyone's calling the Patty Mahomes of the XFL. Definitely he's going to get a contract next year. So will Cardell Jones. Cardell Jones is your prototypical quarterback you'd love. All right, Cardell Jones, probably 6'5", 6'6", 250. Big arm. And he is good. He's making all things. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a gunslinger arm. We do want to see how he does in the preseason stuff, but I do think this guy is working his way to getting a opportunity in the NFL again, maybe as a high-end backup or even an opportunity to fight for the starting job. Because he's only 27. They call him 12 gauge. He ran a 4.81, standing at 6'5", and 250. I just want to see what was Cam Newton's, because Cam Newton's might be a little bit slender. Yeah, he's like 5 pounds lighter. 5 to 10 pounds lighter. Yeah. Cam might be like significantly faster. All right. Cam ran a 4.59. It's about 0.2 faster. But still, that's really, really good. Does Cam Newton even have tattoos? I doubt it. All right. So CFL All-Star offensive tackle Derek Dennis just signed with the XFL, 31-year-old three-time CFL West All-Star 2016, 2018, 2019, and he won the Grey Cup 2 years ago. He spent the first 4 years as a reserve player for the Dolphins, Patriots, Bears, Panthers, and even made an appearance in Arena Ball. He couldn't even crack a starting lineup in the NFL, but he made his way to the North in 2015, and the rest is history. And now looks like... What team is he going to? He hasn't been signed, but he has been added to the pool of signees. I really want to see Johnny Manziel, but Johnny Manziel kind of ripped on the league. Probably not going to happen. That is so funny. That jewel hits different when the red light comes on. That is such a tweet by Johnny Manziel. He probably definitely rips a jewel. Definitely could be. Let's search up Johnny Manziel jewel. I guess so. Oh, he has a jewel in his pocket, a tropic for cancer. I mean, in his hand. Yeah, so Johnny Manziel jewels. That is so fucking funny. That is so fucking funny. Johnny Manziel, NFL quarterback jewels. I gotta like retweet this. Where's this tweet that says when that red light comes on, that shit hits different? Cause can we talk about how good of a yeah. Uh that is such a great tweet. That jewel hits different when the red light comes on. What a great tweet by Johnny Manziel. Johnny Football is one of my favorite athletes of all time. I don't even care. I mean, yeah, he didn't work out because of himself, but god damn. You know, I'm really excited. I wish Johnny would come back, but it's the same thing with Tim Tebow. Those guys aren't going to make it because teams don't want to deal with the media circus that they bring, which I understand is a huge deal in that aspect. But again, so we saw Josh Johnson throw 18 of 34 for 2 TDs and 196 yards. Landry Jones 28 of 40 for 305, a touchdown. And I really don't know how to go with this. Look, Cardell Jones and Walker are 2-star quarterbacks of the league. I think Josh Johnson and Landry Jones are the next tier. And then you got Aaron Murray, Brandon Silvers, Matt McGloin, and I think who is the last quarterback that I'm missing? I don't even know who's the last quarterback that I'm freaking missing. Oh, Jordan Tuamu. But Jordan Tuamu, I think, is in between. He's not as good as Jones or Walker, but he's not as bad as Josh Johnson and Landry Jones. All right, he's like in between Jordan Tuamu. I really think that's how it is. The running backs have made their presence. Lance Dunbar, pretty dope that he's in this league. So is Cameron Artis Payne, who had 99 yards and 2 touchdowns for 14 yards and over the Renegades. The Renegades went over LA. That was stupid. And Lance Dunbar had 42 yards on 6 carries. Tampa Bay's running backs put a solid effort, combined for 119 yards and 25 carries for Devon Smith and Jacques Patrick. Then the Dragons have a trio of running backs with Trey Williams, Kenneth Farrow, and Jaquan Gardner. 117 yards and 31 attempts. And then you saw the Roughnecks and Battlehawks get 204 yards and 2 scores on the grounds. DC's duo, Donnell Pumphrey and Jarrell Presley, 84 yards and 23. We're starting to see a lot more running backs in the game, and it's really dope. It's really dope that we see that. All right. So where are we next? What is the next idea? I don't even know. Now, we're going to talk about the NBA. NBA All-Star. First off, can we talk about how long that... Well, I did not mean to touch the mic. That was probably, like, really fucking loud. But no. What I do want to say... How about now? I gotta really fucking shout. I like how to turn this down because I feel like I was probably killing your fucking ears. But yeah. It's kind of bright in here. It's kind of a nice day. My armpits are sweating, though. No, at the NBA All-Star Game, that was the longest and worst national anthem. Also, that was like a 45-minute, like almost an hour. The game did not start till at least 45 minutes after the televised beginning of that game. I get it was for Kobe, but fucking come on. Like, do it at halftime. I literally think we saw the first half of an XFL game because of that. Or like a whole quarter. I'm like not even kidding. I think we saw the whole third quarter of the Battlehawks game during that thing. So, NBA. I really don't know what we're going to do. Team LeBron beat Team Giannis. And that's cool. So the Rockets signed Jeff Green and DeMar Carroll. Gives them... I mean, I think Jeff Green's absolute fucking trash. So Russell Westbrook said impossible to have a return to the Thunder, Westbrook. So Zion, there's a couple good articles. I really... I don't... There's no trades to talk about, but let's just talk about the draft. I love the NBA draft. I'll probably start making videos on that very soon. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be making videos on... So I used to make videos on like every year before the draft. Well, I started doing it last year, but I've always done before the draft starts is making a bunch of content, 1 to 2 videos, maybe 3 of the entire NBA draft of like what's the weaknesses and what's good about this player. I think I'm going to do that this year. I'd like to go more in depth and make better videos. At least make one a day for this topic. It's actually something cool. But we'll do an NBA mock draft right now. And in fact, like I'm reading through the Bleacher Report right now, and I'm going to read what they say. Then I'm going to give you what I say. Golden State Warriors win the draft, NBA draft lottery in this case, and they select Anthony Edwards, Georgia shooting guard freshman, which not going to happen. Tell you my opinion in a second. But there will be plenty of questions on what the Golden State Warriors should do if they win the lottery. Trading the pick for a veteran will be an option that's debated. However, keeping the selection could lead to Anthony Edwards, who they could use immediately for shot-making versatility at 6'5", 225 pounds, a wing who could work in ball screen situations, spot up from 3, and defend multiple positions. And, he's had inefficient shooting, but look, that's not going to happen. James Wiseman. They need a center. Kevin Looney's not getting it done. Draymond Green is past his prime. Yeah. This guy, he's like, look, he's got good athleticism and offensive skills to creating his own shot and converting tough looks outside of 25 feet. But look, his shooting percentages, given his 31.1% of usage team on a weaker team, does deserve criticism for heavy doses of hero jumpers. But with the Warriors, he's not going to be over-dribbling, dancing out of isolation build on his current bad habits. Look, this guy has probably higher potential than Wiseman. Maybe. I really haven't read much on Anthony Edwards, and I can't wait to make the video on Anthony Edwards because then I'm going to be able to leave you a full opinion if he really should be the first pick. He'll probably end up being the first guy we do a draft prospect analysis of. And that comes down to, look, James Wiseman is the guy that fits right here. James Wiseman is, I wouldn't say a poor man's Karl Anthony Towns, but he is in the body of a Karl Anthony Towns type player. James Wiseman might be 7'1". He might be a little bit taller and lankier, but he's got a jumper. He can block, he can play defense. He just fits perfectly for the Warriors. Second pick, they're saying the Cavaliers will win this, which I would not be surprised, like, whatsoever. Okay? This kid's going to be 19. He just played for the Illawarra Hawks in Australia, the NBL. I actually betted a lot on the NBL. I'm a retired bettor now. Lost way too much fucking money. Best 2 months of my life, though. So at number 2, if the Cavs did get this, LaMelo. I really do think LaMelo is going to be, unless James Wiseman is taken first by the Golden State Warriors, then Edwards and LaMelo, Ball are interchangeable. But if they do this, I think Colin Sexton and Darius Garland are both gone, or one of them's moving to the 6-man role. I don't think you keep all three on the thing. Like, look, LaMelo Ball's your point guard. He's 6'7", great playmaker, great passer, great finisher, great shooter. He'll make the game easier for his teammates than Garland or Sexton can ever can. He won't turn 19 until August. He still made 24 threes over 13 games while demonstrating plenty of shot-making skill off the catch and off rhythm dribbles. So he looked good. They just won 4 times with ball there. Like, the Hawks were terrible. I don't know. I just feel like LaMelo, this is the best thing. He's matured. And we're seeing what's happening with Lonzo. Lonzo is going to be an all-star next year, I feel like. If he continues on the trend that he is. Lonzo is playing fucking great. So, yeah, number 2, LaMelo. And this is who I like. This is a guy that if the Warriors can't get Anthony Edwards or James Wiseman, and they're saying the Hawks get the 3rd pick in this case, this guy would be perfect for the Golden State Warriors. He could play power forward for them. And I really do think he would be a good player. And I've made a video on him. And I'm going to have to make another one because that video actually has a lot of views. And it's about a year old. So, Denny Avdija. Avdija. I fucking suck at names. Small forward, power forward coming from Maccabi Tel Aviv, the Israeli and number 1 team in Israel that actually Mari Stoudemire is on. Unless Amari already got cut. We're going to pause on this. I'm going to do top 10 on this. He's been playing. He's been playing. Yeah, he's been playing. I don't know how many minutes they're giving him, but he is playing. Good for him. So Denny Avdija has turned the corner with Maccabi Tel Aviv. He's one of the top players in his position. He's a 6'8" combo forward. I would put him at the power forward if the Warriors were to get him, but they're saying the Hawks are going to get him, so he'd be a small forward for them. Look, he doesn't have the super athlete and scorer that Edwards does, but he is one of the safest picks and can fit in any lottery lineup. He just turned 19, and he'll be 20 at the end of his freshman team season. I really like this guy. He's kind of like not as good as Luka. Like if Luka and Denny, they probably have the same level of athleticism. Maybe Denny has a little bit more. Very pass first, very versatile, very good defensively, and he's kind of lanky. He can take threes. He made 4 of his 5 threes last Tuesday, and he went 3-6 over a EuroLeague win over Fenerbahce Ukler, which seems like a Belgium or German league team. So I do think he could be, obviously, I really do think Denny Avdija is one of the best players in the draft, and I think he has the potential to be like a Luka type player. That's my take. D'Angelo Russell coming to the Timberwolves is if the T-Wolves get the 4th pick, boost the offensive creation, shot making, but at some point the front office needs to start plugging holes with defenders and Isaac Okoro, playmaker and passer, has an impressive jump creating for him and executing shots like a runners and step backs. And then over here, Onyeka Okongwa, the guy who was the freshman with the Ball brothers when they went insane for Chino Hills. He was a freshman center at USC. Just insane. He is just one of the most athletic, one of the most best guys that they could do. They could probably get, in my opinion. They're saying Cole Anthony falls down all the way to the Wizards at 9, which I feel like Cole Anthony, Killian Hayes, and Tyrese Halliburton is just interchangeable, and he was going there. And then the 10th, they're saying the Kings get R.J. Hampton. Same thing. It's whoever others, the point guards going in this draft, I feel like are interchangeable. Besides LaMelo Ball, of course, or with Tyrese Halliburton, Killian Hayes, R.J. Hampton, and Cole Anthony. I think depending on how their combine goes and everything else, those are interchangeable, but depends. Depends on all that good shit. But yeah, I'm going to call this an episode for today. This was episode 23 of the Fast Times podcast. Kind of an interesting one. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I hope you guys did really enjoy this episode, because I did. Either way, guys, have a great day, because I know I will. Until next time, guys. Peace out.